Hi everybody, Adam here. Welcome back. We're back in Mini Motorways today. We're playing on Dubai. Should be an interesting map. And if we look over at the leaderboard, some pretty decently high scores on here. Looks like we're going to have to aim for low to mid 2000s to end up sort of in a decent spot. There's a lot of people that seem to only get about 900 or 1,000 on this map. Be interesting to see how things spike as we play through it, but I think that's where we're going to try to aim around 2,000, 2,500 there. See if that is reasonable, but let's jump in and see how this goes. Now, not the best starting location in the world, having to cross the water there right out of the gate. Always trying to keep different colored or the same color of house paired up on the road with the store that they're going to, and keeping those separate from other colors. Not always easy once you get later into the game, but when you can achieve that, I find it tends to be a pretty decent strategy. Always pretty slow and steady to start here. Let's crank the speed up at least for the first little bit. One of those games that always, it's perfectly under control and stable until all of a sudden it's not, and the game decides to throw some crazy curveballs at you. That is a little bit of a curveball. We still have a bridge, so this is doable. Can we go like that? No, it doesn't. Why is not one delete? There we go. Down there. Can probably tidy this up a little bit here. Not that it matters too much, but we get things set up like that. That's not too bad. I don't like the fact that we've had to use two bridges already so early on, but we're almost at the end of the week, so maybe we will get a bridge at the end of the week. Never really want to be without a bridge, especially so early. You never know where things are going to go, and this river or waterway seems like it's going to be a key factor in the level. So we can either get 2 traffic lights and 20 road tiles, or a roundabout and 20. I think we'll go with the roundabout. Probably the better option, although I really would have preferred a bridge or a motorway. But fingers crossed, it'll be a more reasonable week. Maybe nothing chaotic. Maybe we can get a store and a set of houses on the same side of the river. Okay, that's not bad. I don't mind either of those, especially the sort of bluey green one here fit in quite well on that roadway. Almost the end of the week. We should get another store popping in here soon, I would think. Things are zipping along though. We're up to 30, basically 30 routes already, or 30 sort of completed trips. And there we go. Let's see if we can get a bridge here, or if we're going to have to do something fancier. Yeah, we'll take that bridge in 20. So let's pause things here so that we can get things organized. I think we'll take this off this way, down here. And then we can put both of those on like that. 3 bridges already. This is crazy. Everything is going back and forth over this waterway. We've got 42 road tiles. That's pretty good. What is that doing over there? Let's take that way. That's, okay. Definitely some odd locations. How do we want to, like this isn't bad. I feel like that could go there, and that's reasonable. Can we take and then we should just be able to get rid of that piece of road, maybe, maybe not. What are you doing? Why aren't you going? There we go. So we've got 2 and 2 split across, but now what do we want to do? I mean, ideally we would have a bridge over on this side, and we would probably take like these two that way and then these two down here. What if we did something like that? What if we actually went over this way like that? And then if we take this out, and then we bring these guys over. I mean, we've got the road tiles to start with anyways. It's not amazing. So it's not amazing, but I feel like that could work, and we could bring this down here. That keeps these two yellows with a nice clear route to the store. These three have a clear route here. Things just end up a little muddled and ugly over on this side with the roads, but probably the best we can do to start. And we've got the arena over here. Another house we can hook in. So that's 4 houses for the arena. That's pretty reasonable. They should be able to keep up with that, at least to start with. And we've got the yellow arena, which, okay, just pause for a sec. That goes in there. We can probably take this up here. So that's 4 houses basically for that one, and then 2 for down here. Not an amazing layout, but I feel like we're doing okay. We're almost at the end of the week. It would be nice if we could get a bridge. We got a lot of yellows. Road tiles and a roundabout. I guess we'll take the roundabout and, well, let's see. We've got 10 road tiles currently. Do we think the extra 10 road tiles are worth it, or is there value? If I get that roundabout, I'd probably put it over here to split the other half of the yellow, blue, green, because we've got the roundabout on this side of it, and we can have it on this side as well. Maybe I'll take those extra road tiles, and we'll hope for a bridge or a motorway soon to restore order to this middle part of the map. More waterways coming in up here, which I can imagine are only going to bring more chaos. Get a lot of yellow. I wonder if this one's going to get upgraded to an arena level demand soon. I don't love this roundabout and the fact that we've got two colors there on that bridge, but we're doing okay. And then, just like that, more chaos. What are we going to do? Really need, now we really need two bridges because this is just weird. So I don't want that. What are we going to do with, you're going to just come over this way, I guess, like that. I mean, I can put these on here on this road and we can go up there. I kind of wish now I had a roundabout down here. Don't love that. This is turning into an ugly chunk of road and bridge over here, but this is the game that gives you crazy, crazy stuff. This just started really early. I mean, it's not horrible. This is going to work at least for a little while. Okay, so let's take that bridge in 20 and then let's pause for a sec. So we've got the new store over here and we've got a bridge. So we could actually take, if we were to bring these guys over there, bring those down like that. And then we can clear this up a little bit. So that tidies up the yellows, removes a bunch of extra road up here. So that's not horrible. That makes things a little more organized over here. I have a feeling for this one, I don't know what color is going to come in on this side, but I think we basically kind of want that. And then we can just tidy up. You can tidy up this road. You should really go that way. We're going to end up with too few. That leaves us with only 3 houses going towards the arena. Might not be enough, but let's see let's see how this works. See if things are a little neater, a little tidier. I mean, it's nice basically that we only have the 2 colors back again going through this bridge and road here. Still ugly, and undesirable, but it's better than 3 going through there. And now we've got, what do we want to do? Okay, so let's go here and pause for a sec. And that really, we've only got 3 pinks, 3 pink houses here. Why do you have so much demand already? We should get more, I assume, but that's crazy to start out that fast and aggressive with so few houses. Now we've got the purple on the exact wrong side of the map. Basically have to bring this like the entire way. And then we're gonna have to come over this bridge. Love that. Let's try to draw that road a little nicer. And now we've gotten things are in a mess again because we basically got two bridges that are shared by two colors. I can see why this map people run into some issues. You can see why those scores probably are like that with the because there was that spike of people around 900. What is going on? Okay, so we've got bridge in 20 or roundabout in 20. I feel like we have to take the bridge, and then I think we need to pause again. So we need to go around. Kind of feel like we could do, what if we clear this out? If we, what if we just have these two pink houses going to that one? These four are taking care of the arena. And then has the map expanded enough to get around? Yeah, we can bring these purples around the pink. So that keeps things neater. Still, they have to go so far, those purples. No motorways yet. We could really use a motorway. I guess we do have a bridge now. We could go like this. So at least those, oh, we've got 3 now on here. So 3 are going to that one. So this at least lets the purples get around the yellows. So we're not messing things up there. Gets us back to only one multicolor road slash bridge situation. Oh, we've got another blue-green there. What is that? Now we got a yellow up here. That's annoying. So then we've got why? So we've got the yellow at the top, and then yeah, yellow at the top. So do we? Because these guys over here, it's annoying. They're on that side. So I guess what we want to do is we want to delete both sides of that and then bring you guys into there and run this around like that. And then we can delete the road there. What are we doing with, I don't know, was 3 going to be enough for this IMAX if I can take 1 off, I guess, to start. We can see. So that leaves 4 for the IMAX-y arena entertainment facility here. Yeah, I guess we'll go with that to start. This is definitely, what are you doing over there? That's an awful place for a yellow. Right here. Ugh. And then we got green, the bluey green here. What are we going to do? I don't even know where. So we've got two going to this one, and we've got three going to this one. There are a bunch over here. Like we could take, this probably only needs two, and it's got five. What is the best way around? That is so messy. Yeah, you're in an awful spot there. I mean, I can put this over there for the time being, and I could go like this. And that will at least let me get vehicles over there. I just don't like it's getting very messy very quickly. We're only at 300 points, just over 300. That is early days, considering we'd want to ideally get up into the 2000s. What? Oh, and we've got oh yeah, we've got a motorway. Thank goodness. So motorway and 10, or there's 30 road tiles. The 30 road tiles would be nice, but no question we need to take a motorway. So we're getting a whole bunch of these white tan houses here for the arena up here. But how do we want to? Another yellow house down here. Like that is bizarre. What if we went and took those four and we take them this way and we put a motorway there and run that over to there. So that would let us basically sever that. And then we could sever that, which tidies up, makes things a lot cleaner on this side actually. It means that then we don't need to have those purples all the way across the entire map. So that could go there. This yellow could end up in the mix. We can even bring this one up and into the mix. And then with the purple cleared up, we could actually even we could take a few of these yellows. Do we have enough road? 18? Might not be enough road. Oops, that's not going to be enough road to do silly things like that, but we could bring that over there. And then we could make this go up like that. And we could sever, oops, that so that these come over here. Maybe? No. Really? We're just short that one little bit. Well, we'll leave that for the moment, I think, because that's a little bit better. That's going to go there. That's going to go on to there. It's actually a nicer place. At least this store is closer to that one. What is that doing up there? That's an awful place for that sort of white tan colored store. Let's pause that for a second. Let's connect that road. All these guys are piling up down here. I guess we could take the green blue ones around. But what am I doing with these ones? How am I getting them? I mean, we could go. I mean, that's a pretty awful way to draw that road, but let's see if we tidy that up just a little bit. Basically making it like a four-way stop there. It doesn't even get us these guys attached. Let's run it for a minute here. Maybe that'll keep us going until Sunday when we get ideally a bridge or a motorway would be ideal. I guess we could do it off of this motorway. And that what is that up there? What is that? What is that? I mean, I guess I need a bridge, right? A motorway is awesome, but that doesn't. Does that help me enough? I mean, I guess it does. Okay, so let's take the motorway. Let's stop for a second here and let's reevaluate things. So if we go, what are we going to do? I guess so. Starting, we want this to come over. And then with two houses here, theoretically, that's enough. We could back this right out. We could take this like, oh, okay, if we drag, oops, that's not what we wanted. Fill that bit of road back in. If we right click there and we take that back down to there. Like this was a disaster of a road to begin with, like crossing the entire map. So that makes that a lot neater. We don't have any bridges at the moment. So we could take four of these. Down to there, and then we could take the motorway up to there, and like that. And then we could take this up here. Okay, we can't. We need a little bit neater of a road to. Oh, we're still. Oh, we'll get all of that back in a moment. Yeah, we'll have tons of road in a moment. So if we do, just give it a minute here. We'll start things back up. So I think that connecting these things. It's not all. Let's pause for a second. We got so many yellows down here. That's a lot of yellows. So now what are we dealing? Now we need these guys to go up here, I guess. I don't love the fact that we've got the green blues coming in down here, and then we've got the blue ones having to go up through the top. But for the moment, it's probably okay. I guess that makes everything. I mean, everything's tidier. What are we gonna do? I guess you can go this way. You guys can both come down there. We can probably even send you that way, which lets us free up a bit of road down here. This is a bonkers map. This went crazy and sideways so fast. Almost at the end of another week, though. If we could get another motorway, I feel like things could get a little neater. There's a yellow store. I guess not surprising. Let's take that up there. So we've got a ton of yellow houses over there. Another motor. Oh, yeah, I think we got to take another motorway. Let's pause. Where's the priority place for that motorway? Another yellow house. So many yellow houses over here. What do we... I don't know why we're continuing to get these white tan houses down here. So many of them. Oh, and why is there a pink house in the middle there? So what I think we want to do, so I think we want to use our motorway to get the white tan ones over here. And then that should clear up this area over here. So if we can just get rid of, yeah, get rid of the roundabout. Let's back this bit of road up. And then you can just put that through there. Can't really do anything to make that pink nicer. But I can go and basically remove that. And then we could, let's sever that road there. There's a lot of road redesigning on the fly. I don't like these cross map roads anyways. They were always doomed to, or they were always really going to need to be changed. Let's see if we can make this nicer. So if we take the motorway up to there, motorway 3 goes to there. So that will take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 houses much quicker to these two. And in a much cleaner way. This guy still has 2 houses feeding across. We then need to bring This needs to come up. I feel like we can bring it up like that. So that should come through here. So that will let those feed into the arena there. And then that should mean, oh, that one's not even attached to anything. I think we can run those two like that, which should mean we can get rid of that little bit of road there. See, we could really make this. This could come across here. That could come down there, so that we could free up that bit of road. And that bit of road. So that's nicer, cleaner. I think that works. Is that everything? I think that makes everything nicer and better. Okay, I think that actually works. We're up over 700 now. I think we're getting into a better spot than we were a few minutes ago. I can see though why this map goes crazy for people so quickly. If you're not redesigning your roads regularly, you could really end up in a mess. Let's pause for a second. Okay, so we got a pink one here. We feed that in. I think I'm going to take this one over that way because we could use an extra pink, I think, for the arena over here, and we don't need five. Four is more than enough for this one. Could even take another one if we need to. That one into there. Let's fire it up again. Yeah, so this one's become an arena up here. That's fine. We've got 6 houses there that are feeding into that. 7 houses now. Jeez. A lot of. All right, wait a second. There's a lot of houses popping up in weird places. Would like to tidy this up right here. But we need a bridge for that. Which way do I want to send? I'll send you straight down. That is a horrible spot for that to end up. That blue-green, I would so like it if it was on the other side, but I guess, let's see. I don't need you. You should be that way. Guess we could go like that to give you an extra little bit there. So we've got 3 basically going to this and 3 going to that. Maybe we can still keep you there. Yeah, it's a little messy. Oh, yeah, and this, you shouldn't be going. The 2 of you are poorly positioned. It's going to be hard to get you anywhere else at the moment. You're kind of in a useless spot. We're at 900, so we're right around that low end spike where people usually run out of space. Wow, pink there. What are we? Okay, we really need a motorway if that's going to be where the pink is going to be located. Let's see if we can get something. Okay, a motorway and 10 road tiles. I feel like we're running a little low on road pieces, but we can make this work. If we bring this to there, that to there, that's going that way. Do I think I bring this here? So we have 3 going to that, and then we take 4 basically up to, no, I want to just run the road over to that. What are you doing there? Got a bunch of white, I don't know, these are like white tan, I guess. A bunch of white tan houses that are in weird spots. We could use more white tan really in both places. I guess we could take you. What if we take this? Bring you this way. Gets this one more on there, and then you can just go straight up like that. Got so many yellows on this side of the map over here. Guess we'll try running it. I guess we should bring, what is this? What is this one even up here for? Bring this down this way. At least it can be in the consideration, and maybe it'll prevent something else weird from popping up. We went over 1,000. That's good. I feel like this next little bit's going to be tricky here, though, making sure that we get enough. Okay, pause for a sec. Enough houses to all the different spots. Okay, so we're gonna, that is why you were putting blue houses up here, because you were going to give me another awkwardly placed store, but actually it's not too bad. That's awful road drawing. Let's fix that. So we're going to connect there. We're going to have enough. We should have enough road to get down there. And then another one up there. Love that. Let's bring that there. There's another yellow down here. I don't think I want to. I'm gonna hold that for a moment. I don't want to spend. I don't have a lot of road. I want to keep that in case we need it somewhere else. Like you could go this way and help if need be. There's another pink one there in the middle. Not the place for the pink ones to be, really. Motorway, we'll take that. Let's just pause for a second. So we've passed, we're almost at 1,300. Now I feel like, what do we need to do? I want to put the motorway down, and I want to tidy up these yellows in the bottom right hand corner, but I feel like if I do that, all of a sudden the game's going to throw something at me that makes me need to use that elsewhere. Although there's not a lot of elsewhere at the moment. I guess this is going to be the next weird spot that probably pops up. Because whatever color goes there is going to need some creative road work. I mean, we've got so many yellows over here, really. Yeah, multiple ways I could do this. I kind of feel like the yellows are the nice thing to do here, but I could even clear up this area right here and maybe get some of these greens access to that one. But this one's still so small in terms of its demand. It doesn't really need more houses. Let's do this. Let's say we bring, if we take 4, we bring that to there and we sever that. Let's just tidy up some of the road craziness here. Let's see what happens. We can easily get that motorway back if we need to, but maybe that'll be a neater solution for the time being. Let's actually, so if you see up here, so we got a white tan one that popped in there. I'm not actually horrified by that because I feel like we can make this work. We go like that and then like that. Actually, you know what we can even do? If we get, let's clear all of that out. If we go and take this roundabout, it's an that's unfortunate positioning, but I think we can make this. Why are you upset about that? Okay, let's just run it for a second. Let's let that clear itself out. Need a lot of, why is that? Need more houses going there. Why is this being difficult? I feel like we've got a ton of cars. I guess they're just all getting piled up. We've just got too many houses feeding from that one spot. They're all clogged trying to get onto the roadway. Because that would be unfortunate to it would be unfortunate to have things jam up because of that. Is that helpful? Does that make it a little easier to get? And they're all going. Maybe we can take another roundabout. Maybe that makes it better. And if we like sever that so that then that comes down there and that comes over there. Maybe that makes it a little a little more neat for getting onto the road because there's a lot of we gotta fire a lot of guys up that way, a lot of cars. I feel like that's all okay. We could use another green. I feel like let's go like that. That actually gives us the potential to have four there and then have that going there, which could allow us to get a bridge back. Let's run that for a moment until we get that bridge back. If we went then, and we could then theoretically do that, which is not what I was planning on doing, but that could make things neater up here. I mean, that has saved us up there. If we pause for a second, because we've got now new blue store down here. So I feel like we need to these blues are all very awkwardly placed. Those two could go that way. We could get back some of the road here. We could just have you go that way. We could have you go that way. And then you could come down. Okay, we need some of that road back. We get the road. Let's go and take you there. You could theoretically come over that way. We're almost at 2,000. We've passed 2,000. A bridge and a motorway. What do we want to do now? We want which gives us the most value? I mean, I feel like we could. What are we gonna do? I feel like we do need what's it? Bridge in 20 or motorway in 10. Let's take the motorway and then let's pause for a second. Let's see here. If we go, that yellow can go that way. So this is what I was mentioning earlier when I was like, we could make if we go take that way, we could take a motorway and put it right here. We could take it to there, which would let us basically clear up some chaos here. Because we could do this. So we actually took that way. We could take that way. So let's that green get in to the mix. And then we could take this down here. So I think that is that is nice and usable. That gets us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellows that are feeding into the arena there. And that gets us back a bridge, which I don't know if that's super useful at the moment. It's not horrible. We can take this pink to there. Get a few more pinks into the mix for this. I don't know what we want to do with these blues. I guess we want to get them to here, maybe. Okay, I think we run that and see see where the next hotspot pops up. So like I said, that got us the bridge back. We've got eight road tiles. Oh, we've got the pink over here has become an arena. So that is probably going to become a hotspot. If we went and we took this one right here, we gave it an exclusive bridge across. That could go into there, which would let this go to there. And make that a bit nicer. Gives us back a few road pieces. Pull that. We could actually probably. That's 4. That's not bad. We could, I think, even do that and give it a 5th one. Let's run that, see where that takes us. Definitely getting a lot of demand up here on the white. Let's pause that for a sec. How do we get more up there? So we can get more white ones, white tan ones that way, which means we could do that. Give us a couple more houses to pull from for this side. This could actually use a motorway over here because we could split the traffic for this so that there's one set going here and one set going here rather than feeding both off of the one. 2,300. Let's pause that for a sec. We could use more houses feeding that side. This side's still doing okay. It's going to come down to whether these whites can survive till the end of the week, or are they going to run into insurmountable issues? Hitting 2,500. Everything's going, this is going super well. Road tiles. Let's take the road tiles. I don't know if we really need that many road tiles, but this, we need to go that way with you. Is that, oh, that is a yellow, so that can come down there. Let's pause that for a sec. So we're gonna need you guys to come over. So that'll run a whole bunch of blues around to that side, but I think that should keep everything busy enough. I mean, you can come down this way. You could feed into that if we need it. Pink can go that way. Almost at 3,000. This is going way better than I felt like it was going to go back at the, like when we were around 300 or 400 points. I was like, I don't know. Bridge. Actually, if we go, so if we were to take, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. You guys all stay connected. I want to delete that. So if we then take this group right here, cross with our bridge, so you guys all have access to that. Can run you up there, that's fine. You're going down there, so that's all good. So that's going to get us a motorway back, which we can. So let's pause for a second. We move that a little bit. Can we take that motorway to there? And then we should be able to delete that. So move that so I don't delete that motorway by accident. And then we should be able to like come. Is that motorway? Give us our motorway back. Come on, motorway. We need you back. Pause. So then we should be able to come from like down here. Take that all the way up to there. So that doesn't change which places are feeding. It just means that both of the whites now have a more, there's less of a bottleneck, I think. Saved us a bunch of road as well. This is going to be like a new high score. I don't think I've ever been anywhere near 3,500. Run that up there. Road tiles. How do we get pink? How the heck do we get pink over here? What kind of place is that? I mean, I need to go and basically connect that across to there and run run some pinks onto that roadway. I mean, I don't, that's going to be just a weird, I mean, it's not, it's ugly, but we just do what we got to do at this point, I guess. Yeah, I think that's all. We'll do what we have to do. It's going to be we're going to run into too much chaos here at some point because we're not going to be able to keep up with all the demand. But I am super happy with how we managed to do here. Over 4,000, that's bonkers. That worked out super, super well. 4,034. Let's head back out to the menu. Unlocking some new maps. That's cool. Ooh, Vancouver. That's nice. Some challenges. If we go over here, top 4%. That is awesome. Super happy with that. That worked out really well. Like I said, the early days of that map, I didn't think we were going anywhere. I could see definitely why there's that spike around 900, 1,000. But super, super happy with how we managed to do there on the Dubai map. Super challenging, but super rewarding as well. And it looks like if we carry on, we're going to be over to Mexico City next time. Definitely cool to see some new maps opening up, though. And definitely want to get back to the challenges for some of these maps and see what we can do. But thank you very much for watching. A super, like I said, super happy, a super excellent score on Dubai, and looking forward to heading to Mexico City next time. Looks like we're gonna have to deal with some mountains there, potentially some other hazards, but that is it for this video. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please make sure to do so so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. And thank you very much for watching. We will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.